Okay, welcome. Welcome to today's class. Today we're talking about 9 ways to use that clean life to grow your nutrition practice. My name is Abigail. I'm the co-founder of That Clean Life. I'm also a registered nurse and a culinary nutrition expert. And my co-host today is Evita. So Evita, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Evita, as Abigail said, and I'm the dietitian in residence here at That Clean Life. And I am also the person on support, or if you email anything in, I will be the one to respond to you. So excited to chat with everybody today about how to grow your nutrition practice.
Awesome. Okay, so we'd love to know who's here today, who's joining us. We have an absolutely incredible group of health professionals. We have an awesome community. I love doing these webinars because everybody is always so happy and positive. So open up that chat box, turn it to, make sure it says to all panelists and attendees, or hosts and attendees, and let us know who you are and where you're tuning in from today. Because that chat box is looking super empty right now. So I have nothing to go by. Okay, great. I can see you're here. We have Felicia from Chicago, Heather from Stratford. Okay, great. Kaylee's from Canada, Leslie in Atlanta. I see Austin, Victoria, BC, New York,
California,
Texas.
Nice.
Okay, great. Okay, so we have a packed house for this class. We're super excited to dive in. Keep your introductions rolling in, please. We're going to turn off our cameras and get into the agenda for today's class. So today's class, as I said, is all about how you can use That Clean Life to take your nutrition practice to the next level. So we're going to start by going over the 3 stages of business and determine where you are at in this very moment in time so that you can better understand the strategies that you should use. Then we're going to cover 9 different ways you can use That Clean Life to grow your business, regardless of what stage you're in. And then finally, we're going to talk about using That Clean Life to efficiently create nutrition plans that will actually move your business forward. So I'm ready. Are you ready, Evita?
I am so ready.
Okay, let's dive in. So, like I said, how you go about growing your business with That Clean Life, it really depends on what stage of business you're at. So, when it comes to your nutrition practice, you're probably in one of these 3 stages. So, the first stage is starting. This is when you have 0 or just a few clients. And when you're in this stage, your main goals are to attract new clients, to build trust, and really establish yourself as an expert in your niche. Then the next stage is growing, and this is when you have the ball rolling. So you're consistently getting and working with new clients one-on-one. You're developing your knowledge and skills and learning how to get clients the results that they come to you for. And I can't emphasize enough that this is such an important stage as a health practitioner because it can't be skipped. Each and every client makes you more knowledgeable and confident and better at your work. So that stage is super important. And then the final stage is scaling. So this is when you've worked with many, many clients. You understand how to get client results. You're super knowledgeable and confident, and you're ready to set up systems and processes that will help you go from seeing clients one-on-one to seeing an infinite number of clients in a way that scales. So I want every one of you that's here right now to open up the chat and tell us, what stage of business are you currently in right now? So not what stage do you hope to be in soon, but what stage you're in right at this very moment. Okay, I see starting. See, Susan says growing. Catherine's saying growing, starting. Okay, lots of starting and lots of growing. Do we have anybody who's scaling? Let us know in the chat. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So it's great that you've identified which stage of business you're in, because now we're going to talk about the strategies that you will use and focus your efforts on. Okay, so with all that being said, Evita, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about strategies health professionals can use in the starting stage.
Awesome. Thanks, Abigail. I'd love to see everybody chiming in and knowing what stage you're at. So like you said, many of you are in that starting stage. So let's begin with the stage 1, which is starting, where your main goals are to attract new clients, build trust, and establish yourself as an expert in your niche. Now, there are 3 key ways that you can use That Clean Life during this stage of your business. That's through using lead magnets, free challenges, and cook with me classes. Let's start with describing what a lead magnet is. This is a piece of free content you create to attract your ideal client and you deliver to them in exchange for their email address. And once you have captured their email address, they are officially a lead. There are two types of lead magnets that we recommend. The first is a short meal plan, so no more than 5 days. When using a meal plan as a lead magnet, you want to make sure it is valuable but not overwhelming. And we have found that a 3 to 5 day meal plan is really that sweet spot for a lead magnet because it's enough to help them see results but leaves them wanting more. And the second type of lead magnet is a curated recipe book, which needs to appeal to your niche market. So let me know in the chat box if you have a lead magnet right now, or if you're thinking about creating one. I've got some lead magnet examples for you. So first, let's say you are a dietitian who specializes in helping women with irritable bowel syndrome. So you found that a pain point for your past clients has been getting quick and easy dinners on the table. So you could create a lead magnet called 10 delicious one-pan low FODMAP dinners for women with IBS. Or you're a nutrition professional who serves new moms, and maybe a more structured meal plan would work best for this group. So you could focus on a 5 day plan that uses equipment like a slow cooker and create a lead magnet called 5 day slow cooker meal plan for new moms. Or perhaps your goal is to attract clients with a specific medical condition like arthritis, and the focus is on reducing inflammation. So you can create a plan called the Super Simple 5 day Anti-Inflammatory Arthritis Meal Plan. Something to note here, again, is that the title of these lead magnet examples are specific to a niche market, so it will demonstrate an area of expertise. They solve a problem and will deliver a quick win for your ideal client. And once you have an idea for your lead magnet, it's time to create, post, and promote it. So like you're saying in the chat, many of you have some lead magnets or you're thinking about creating one. So to create your recipe book or meal plan for your lead magnet, you can filter recipes to find exactly what your ideal clients will need and create a lead magnet perfect for your niche. You can also edit recipes or add your own. And with Acting Life, you don't need any design experience or additional software. All you need to do is create your resource, hit export, and you get a professionally formatted, custom branded PDF file that will blow your customers away. Next, set up your online landing page to host your lead magnet. So ConvertKit and MailChimp are tools that offer free landing pages. All you have to do is upload your PDF and get ready to attract some high quality leads. And once your lead magnet is created and your landing page is set up, it's time to start promoting it to your social media followers, email subscribers, and blog readers. On social media, you can use Facebook Live, Instagram Live, or Instagram Story to speak to a topic related to your lead magnet, or make one of the recipes from your lead magnet and let people know where to go to download it. On your blog, you can share tips from your topic off your lead magnet and direct people to download it. On your website, you can make the lead magnet one of the first things a visitor to your site would see and have a strong call to action on why they should download it. Promoting your lead magnet, just know that it is an ongoing effort, so you'll have to continue to find fun and authentic ways to remind your community of your resources. And once you have built a list full of your ideal clients, you need to nourish your leads by staying in close contact and sending them valuable content so that they can get to know, like, and trust you. Only once people know, like, and trust you will they be ready to buy from you. So that's really important. And one really fun way to engage and nurture the leads on your mailing list is with a free challenge. Hosting a free challenge is a really great way to not just grow your audience, but also give them a sense of what it is like to work with you. And growing your audience with a free challenge is actually super simple. So first, create a 5 day meal plan related to your niche. Again, you can use That Clean Life to make something really awesome without having to spend a ton of time on it. And we will show you how in a little bit. Just like you did with your lead magnet, you then create a landing page so you can give people a link to sign up. And when they register on your landing page, they will receive the meal plan along with whatever instructions you want to give them for the challenge, like start dates, a Facebook group, etc. Next, promote your challenge. So promote it to your list on social media, basically everywhere that you have an audience. And then it will be time to run your challenge. So here's where you give it your all, give participants a real preview of how awesome it is to work with you. You really want to leave people saying, this was awesome, I want more. Then at the end of your challenge, give participants an incentive or a special offer to keep working with you. For example, you could say, for the next 48 hours, I am offering all participants of this free challenge 20% off my upcoming group program, and tell them how to claim the offer. While some people from your challenge will convert and continue to work with you after the challenge is done, some won't, and that's totally normal and okay. Continue to build your list and nurture your leads. It takes time to build trust. And Gianna is just asking, could you please send us the replay? Yes. So for everyone registered for this class, we will be sending the replay once the live event is done. So going back to free challenge examples, what might you do for your free challenge? Well, again, the challenge should be related to your niche or area of specialty. So let's say you're a dietitian who specializes in helping families transition to a plant-based diet. In this case, you could run a free challenge called the 5-Day Plant-Based Living Challenge. Or let's say you specialize in nutrition for breastfeeding mothers. You could run a challenge called the 5-Day Boost Your Milk Supply Challenge. And one more example, let's say you're a dietitian who specializes in IBS and the low FODMAP diet. So perhaps you could run a 5-day Bye Bloat challenge. So that's for free challenges. I want to talk about another great way to attract clients and grow your audience, and that's through free cooking classes or cook with me classes. So engaging with your ideal clients, either virtually or in person, will help them get to know you better and build trust. I want to give you a quick crash course on hosting an awesome Cook With Me class. First, choose a day of the week you will go live and commit to doing this for a minimum of 4 weeks. Then pick a theme and format. This will help you choose the recipes you're going to make. Next, promote your event to get people to sign up. You will need to have a registration page or procedure set up for potential clients to register so that you can collect contact information and send the recipe in advance so that they can be prepared to follow along. And then use That Clean Life, of course, to create the handouts for your participants. And this will all be professionally branded and look beautiful with beautiful food photography. Then run your awesome class. And after your cooking class is complete, be sure to tell those who attend how they can continue working with you and follow up with them to get feedback. And again, you're deepening that relationship. I want to talk about some examples of what you can do for your Cook With Me classes. Again, think about your niche, their pain points, and how your class can give them a glimpse of what you have to offer and how you can help solve their nutrition problems. For example, meal prep can really be a struggle for many. So you could offer a feel-good meal prep Sunday Cook With Me class where every Sunday you go live to create healthy meal prep friendly recipes for the week ahead. If your ideal clientele is sports moms who need nutritious and easy kid-friendly meals to prepare, you could offer a One Pan Tuesday for sports mom class where every Tuesday you go live to walk your audience through how to prepare a delicious one-pan meal. My last example is you could offer a diabetes cooking club, so something specific to a medical condition perhaps. And every week for the 4 weeks, you go live to walk your audience through how to create a diabetes friendly meal. So let me know, do any of these examples pique your interest? Do you think you would start your own Cook With Me classes? It's definitely like a different idea from the free challenges and lead magnets. Let me know if that one maybe appeals to you. And, we've covered 3 really great ways you can attract new clients, build trust, establish yourself as an expert, and start converting leads into paying clients. Oh, we've got some, lots of interest in that meal prep Sunday, the diabetes cooking class, and just those cooking classes and ideas. So from the 3 ideas for stage 1 of starting, let me know which of these ideas resonates with you the most. Is it getting a lead magnet set up if you don't already have one, or maybe tweaking your lead magnet, or offering that free challenge or that Cook With Me class? Let us know in the chat. So which of these 3 ideas, lead magnets, free challenges, or Cook With Me classes, do you think you would be, interested in implementing if you are in that stage 1 of starting. So we've got a mix of the free challenges, lead magnets, and cook with me. I love that. So again, depends on what your niche is, your client's pain points. You know your audience best likely, and so you will be able to decide what's best for your audience. And now I know many of you might be thinking these ideas sound great, but how do I actually create the meal plans and recipe books to use for my lead magnet, free challenge, or cook with me class? Don't worry, we are going to show you how you can create these resources using That Clean Life at the end of this class, so hold tight. Now, Abigail, let's talk about how those in the growing stage of their business can use That Clean Life to take things up a notch.
Right. Awesome. So this is great. Keep that chat box lighting up. We always love to hear what you're doing and what you're working on. So let's move on to stage 2, which is growing. And this is when you're growing your client base. So you're working with clients one-on-one, you're developing your knowledge and skills and learning how to really help clients achieve their health goals. So as I mentioned in the beginning, this is such an important stage, and it'll help you develop the skills to become a really great practitioner. Now, there are 2 key ways you can use That Clean Life during this stage of your business. So the first is nutrition planning for clients one-on-one. And then the second is through paid cooking classes and workshops. So let's start with nutrition planning for clients one-on-one. Nutrition planning is such a great service that you can offer to your one-on-one clients. It can take the nutrition guidance you're giving and turn it into an easy plan that your clients can follow. So a great nutrition plan will often make your clients more successful, and a happy, successful client is the best sales and marketing tool you will ever have. Now, let's talk about what I mean when I say nutrition plan. So most people, when we say nutrition plans, think of meal plans, right? But it's not the same thing. A meal plan is only one type of nutrition plan. So a meal plan is a detailed eating plan that outlines daily meals, and it includes recipes and an itemized shopping list. Now, a meal plan is great, but it's not the right fit for every client. Sometimes a client isn't into following a meal plan and they would prefer a collection of recipes that they can pick and choose from. And other clients might be interested in client-led meal planning. So they might want to do the meal planning themselves. And in this case, you can set clients up with a collection of recipes along with a blank meal plan to guide them through the meal planning process. So what type of nutrition plan that you choose will depend on your client and their unique needs. But when you are in the growing phase and you are working with clients one-on-one, connecting them to the right nutrition plan can really help make them more successful. And making your clients successful really matters. As I said before, and I'm going to repeat this louder for the people in the back, we are firm believers that happy, successful clients are the most powerful sales and marketing tool you can ever have. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be saying, okay, Abigail, that's great. Offering a custom meal plan or recipe collection or setting a client up to do their own meal planning sounds great, but that sounds super hard and time consuming, right? How many of you are saying that? Let me know in the chat. If you are doing it the old school way by hand and trying to pull together recipes and manually create the shopping list or using a Google Doc or whatever, yes, it's going to be time consuming and it's going to be tedious and hard. But when you use That Clean Life, providing each and every client with a beautiful nutrition plan can be simple. And again, we're going to show you how it all works in a little bit. Now, another great thing you can do when you're in the growing stage of your business is to offer paid workshops and paid cooking classes. So this is a really great way to connect with new audiences, build a community, and demonstrate your knowledge. You can use That Clean Life to create the materials for your workshop and cooking class participants. So for example, let's say you run a fermentation workshop. You could use That Clean Life to put together a package of recipes like kimchi and homemade coconut yogurt, and then include additional recipes that will show the participants of your class how to use those things, how to use kimchi and like something like kimchi fried rice, or how to use the yogurt in yogurt parfaits. Okay, so again, those are a few ideas of how you can use that clean life in stage 2 of your business when you are growing. Now, Avita, back over to you to talk about stage 3.
Super. So let's move on to talking about stage 3, which is scaling your business. So if you are in the scaling phase, you've worked with tons of clients, you're confident in your abilities to get results, and you're ready to go from seeing clients one-on-one to seeing an infinite number of clients without having to spend more time or more money on it. So how do you do this with That Clean Life? We're going to talk about 4 ways: group programs, online courses, membership sites, and setting up an online shop. So let's start with group programs and online courses. These are 2 really great ways to scale your nutrition practice and go from seeing a handful of one-on-one clients to seeing hundreds of clients without having to spend more time on it. A group program takes the process you usually guide clients through and turns it into a program that you can have multiple clients work through together at the same time. A group program typically has a set start and end date and a launch period where your goal is to register clients. Meal plans and recipe books can be a big part of your group program. If you are looking for an example for someone doing an amazing job of running a group program, check out Megan Kober and her Metabolism Makeover program. She really does an awesome job with that program. And then now for an online course, it's similar to a group program, but with an online course, you package your process into a course format that clients can work through independently at any time. Again, your course content can include meal plans and recipe books that you create using That Clean Life. And so, yeah, Megan Kober and the Metabolism Makeover program is the example for an awesome group program. And then when it comes to membership sites, another great way is to use a membership site to scale your nutrition practice. And a membership site, it's a great way to generate recurring revenue and gives clients a way to work with you after they graduate from your one-on-one programs. We have many members at That Clean Life who have set up successful meal planning membership sites where they provide ongoing access to meal plans and recipe collections. Here's a great example of a membership pricing page from A Little Bit of Yummy. You can see she specializes in the low FODMAP diet. She offers 2 options: a recipe club for $8 per month, where members can get access to hundreds of low FODMAP recipes, expert guidance, and help with adapting recipes according to symptoms. And the second option is a wellness club, where members can get access to low FODMAP recipes and weekly meal plans, dietitian-led classes, and so much more. So you can see how this would be a great way to scale your business, because the more clients that sign up, the more your recurring revenue grows. And last but not least, having a shop section on your website is another really great way to scale. In your shop, you can sell digital downloads like meal plans and recipe books. This is a great way to allow leads and clients to self-serve. For example, let's say you're a dietitian who specializes in IBS, and you could set up a low FODMAP bookstore where you could sell various low FODMAP meal plans and recipe books. And remember, you can use That Clean Life to create digital products, which would save you a ton of time in the creation process. Back to you, Abigail.
Okay, so we've just covered a lot. We talked about the 3 stages of business, and we gave you some really great ideas of how you can use That Clean Life to take your nutrition practice to the next level at every stage. So now what we would absolutely love to do is take you right into That Clean Life to show you how you can use the software to put these ideas into action. So how is everybody feeling? Are you up for that? Let me know in the chat if you're ready, and I'll take you right into That Clean Life. Okay, I see a few yeses. Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like we're ready to get into it.
Okay. All righty, let me bring it up here. Get back into the right place. Okay, Avita, can you see my screen okay?
I sure can.
Okay, amazing. All right, everybody, welcome to Inside of That Clean Life. Now, before I go any further, I'd really love to know how many of you are members of That Clean Life. Type member into the chat now, and how many of you are not members, because I just want to know how much detail I should go into here. Member. Any non-members here today? Not member. Okay, we have a mix of both. That's great to know. So very quick overview of That Clean Life. That Clean Life is your one-stop shop for nutrition planning. We help you create meal plans. We help you create recipe collections, and we can even help you set clients up to do their own meal planning, which is super cool. So again, we're talking today about how to use That Clean Life to take your business to the next level. So let's start with the first idea we covered. And this is when you're just starting out and you need to attract new clients. And we talked about creating a lead magnet. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you're a nutritionist specializing in women who have IBS. So for your lead magnet, let's say that you really know that the women in your community struggle with getting dinner on the table, whether they're busy professionals or working moms. So you want to put together something called the Ultimate Guide to One-Pan Low FODMAP Dinners for Busy Women with IBS. So creating this from scratch and developing recipes and doing all the photography and putting this together, all the formatting, could take you weeks, if not months. But with That Clean Life, I'm going to show you right now how you could do this in minutes. So I'm going to head to our recipe gallery. Our recipe gallery right now has over 3,100 recipes. We're adding new recipes to this gallery every single week. We have an amazing team of recipe developers. So we develop, test, and photograph all of our own recipes, which is something very unique to That Clean Life. Now, like I said, I want to look for one-pan dinners that are low FODMAP. So I'm going to open the filters and I'm going to type in dinner, one pan, and low FODMAP under the tag section. So under tags, you're going to see a huge list of various ways you can filter for recipes. We have grain-free, nut-free, keto, low FODMAP. We just introduced some new cultural tags like Indian, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern. Basically, any major diet or kind of group of recipes you want to find, we have tags for. So if you're curious about, do you have that tag? Let us know in the chat and we're happy to answer that for you. So like I said, for this one, I'm going to put together one-pan dinners that are low FODMAP. So I've typed in those tags and now I'm going to click filter recipes. Now I narrow an entire recipe gallery of thousands of recipes down to just a few that match what I'm looking for. Okay, so now I can go through and I can choose the recipes that I think would be great for this lead magnet and put them into a collection. So you can either add them to a collection right from here. So I could do add to collection, and I'm going to add it to this collection I've already created called the Ultimate Guide to One-Pan Low FODMAP Dinners. Or if you prefer, you can click right into the recipe and you can scroll down. You can see nutrition information and tags, and you can even modify recipes if you'd like by clicking the copy button. So you would continue to do that, scrolling through, adding recipes to your collection. And when you're done, you can just hop into collections, find that collection you've been working on. So in this case, you're going to see I added 20 different recipes, one-pan low FODMAP dinners into this collection. And now I'm ready to export it either as a PDF or get a link to share with my clients. So I'm going to show you how I would export this first. I'm going to click the little icon with 3 dots, click export collection, choose recipes. It is totally up to you whether you want to include nutrition information or not. I'm going to leave that unchecked. On the cover, you can choose any recipe on or in the recipe collection to add to the front page cover. You'll see all 20 recipes. And then under brief, you can add any notes or special instructions. So this is really great for a lead magnet because you can type in a little introduction to yourself and you can just click view all. And I'm going to actually use a snippet that I already wrote called lead magnet intro. and apply that. So I'm going to write, hi, my name is Abigail, and I'm a nutritionist who specializes in IBS. So I'm just going to kind of introduce myself to the person who's downloading this lead magnet so they can kind of get to know me. I'm going to talk about FODMAP. So I'm going to provide them with a bit of education. And then at the end, I'm going to tell them what to do next if they love this guide. So I'm going to say, if you love this guide, then you will absolutely love my 12-week low FODMAP coaching program, where I work with you one-on-one to guide you through the entire 3 phases of the low FODMAP diet. And then I can link to my program so that they can go learn more. And then I say, enjoy the dinner guide and remember to tag me in your creations. And then you can add your Instagram handle and link that as well. So to add a link, you just highlight it, click the link button, and then you can go http instagram.com/your name and then add a link in there. Okay, so that is my brief. Now I'm all finished. I can click start export. And what we're going to do is bundle everything together into this beautiful PDF. So it has your name, your logo, your introduction there on the second page, and then all the recipes that you put in that collection. So can you see how easy it is to create a lead magnet with That Clean Life? There's absolutely no excuse not to have one. I just did that in 5 minutes and put together something that will appeal to my ideal clients. So for this example, that was women who have IBS. Any questions about lead magnets? I don't see any.
That looks
okay.
good.
Okay. Now I showed you how to export this collection as a PDF to upload to your landing page if you use MailChimp or ConvertKit. But another thing you can do to keep things super simple is to share it using a link. So what you could do, instead of sending out a PDF that your clients have to download, you could just send them an email with this link where they could click and be taken right to the meal plan. So I'm going to click copy link. I'm also, just like I added a brief, I'm going to add an attachment with a welcome note. So if I edit this, you can see I put that same welcome message in there. And I'll go edit attachment. And like I said, grab the link. Okay, now let's open up this link so you can see what it looks like. So when your client lands on this page, they'll be shown your welcome message so they can read through that. And then they'll see all the recipes. So this is just an alternative way you can share this recipe collection with your client. Now, the reason why I like sharing is because for a few reasons. First thing is you could add more recipes over time to this collection if you wanted to, and then have an excuse to reach out to your leads being like, hey, I just added 5 new recipes to the one pan collection, enjoy, which is a great way to get back in touch with them. You cannot do that with a PDF. So that's one thing to consider. Another thing is you can turn on user identification. So if I wanted to have people enter their name and email before they access the recipe collection, so I can collect that information and know who's seen it, I can turn on user identification to that link as well, so that when they land on the link, it'll ask them for their name and their email. And then the third reason I really love sharing a link instead of a PDF is because you can turn the sharing off. So once you send a PDF out into the world, it's out there forever. But with this link, you could go in and disable this link if for some reason you didn't want people to have access to it anymore, or you just want to create a new lead magnet and you don't want this one to be out there for people to access anymore. So that's also something to keep in mind. So I hope that gives you a better sense of using a PDF versus using a link for sharing. Okay, so that is creating a lead magnet. And I want to note here, you can use that exact same process to create recipe books for clients one-on-one. So let's say you have a client that you're working with one-on-one and they come to you and they say, look, I don't want a meal plan. I just need a few autoimmune paleo snack ideas. You could just head to the recipe gallery, use the filters, look for autoimmune snacks, and then create another collection for that client instead of sending them a meal plan. Okay, now let's move on to the free challenge that we talked about. So a free challenge, like Avita said, is a really great way to engage the leads on your list and give them a free opportunity to work with you. So with the free challenge, let's go with another example here. Let's say you're a dietitian specializing in celiac disease. So I'm going to do a little cheat here and head to our programs tab. So under programs, you're going to see a list of tons of pre-made programs that are ready to go. And for this example, for celiac, I want to find a program that is gluten-free. So I can put that filter in, and then I can scroll through all the programs that are gluten-free. So lots of options there. Most of our programs are gluten-free, and I can kind of look through and see which one would appeal to my community. So for this case, I'm going to say, I know that my clients or my ideal clients struggle with meal prepping every Sunday. So I want to do a meal prep Sunday program. So I'm scrolling through here to try to find it, but I can also, there it is, meal prep Sunday program. So I can click into that. You're going to see that this program's gluten-free. It has an overview and it has a prep guide. Now I'm going to click preview. You'll see this is a 5-day meal prep Sunday program. Awesome. This is great. 5 days is perfect for a challenge. We're going to start the challenge Monday and end it Friday. Now, all of these recipes are meal prep friendly and everything can be prepped or prepared on the Sunday before the challenge starts. So here you go. You don't need to do anything. You can simply either export this or grab the link to share with your clients and you have your challenge materials ready to go. So again, you can make a copy of it so that you can make any modifications. So I'm going to call this the 5-day gluten-free meal prep Sunday challenge. You can scale it. So you can scale any of our programs to feed 1 to 4 people. So I'm going to say most of my clients have a partner. So I'm going to make this meal plan feed 2, and I'm going to click copy plan. Now I can, like I said, I can either export the plan as a PDF if I want to send it to my clients that way, or I can click share, turn on sharing, grab the link, and send that to those who register for my challenge. Okay, so that kind of covers programs, how you can use our programs. You can use programs with clients one-on-one. You can use them for free challenges. There's so many ways you can use programs. Okay, now I see a question there from Joe. Joe's asking for a 7-day program, how do you delete the days? So I'll open up a 7-day program and show you really quickly how you would do that. Let's look at the leaky gut diet. This one's 7 days. So to make any changes to our programs, you'd simply make a copy of it, and then you can edit it however you'd like. You can swap meals, delete meals. So if I click on this 7-day plan, I can take it out. And the same goes with the reverse. So if it's a 5-day plan and you want to make it 7 days, you can add meals back in if you'd like. So all of our programs can be modified. Okay, I see some questions about pricing. This is a really great question. And for these things, yes, you're going, like, you can charge money if it's not a free like cooking class or if it's not a free challenge and you want to charge for it. Avita is going to put the blog post, or she already did, into the chat there. It's blog.thatcleanlife.com/pricing. We did a full analysis of what health professionals are charging for services. So you can check that out for some inspiration and for some ballpark ranges. I see Kyan is asking for if you can create a 21-day detox meal plan. Yes, absolutely. So our planner holds up to 7 days. But what you would do if you want to create a 21-day plan or a 3-week plan, you'd simply call this week 1, create a new plan, call it week 2, create a new plan, call it week 3. So you'd have 3 separate plans, and then you can add them all into one collection so that they're all in one place. Okay, now I want to move on to the Cook With Me classes. just so I can make sure that I get through everything. And then we'll come back to all of your questions at the end. So let's say for this example, you're going to do a cook with me class. Let's say you're a nutritionist specializing in clients with autoimmune disease. So I've already kind of shown you that one. You could go in and use the filters. And let's say for your cook with me class, you wanted to do an autoimmune paleo friendly snack. So you could filter that and then go through and find a snack idea that you wanted to prepare on your live video. Maybe you want to choose 3 snacks. And you could add all of those snacks to a collection and share that with your participants before you go live so that they can have everything ready to cook along with you. This is a really great thing we see lots of our members doing, and people love it because it's kind of hands-on learning and it's productive too, right? Like it's productive when you can prep some meals for the week. Okay, so that's how you do cook with me classes. Super simple. Filter for the recipes you need and then share those or put them in a collection. Now, when it comes to nutrition planning for clients one-on-one, let me know in the chat how many of you are currently meal planning for clients one-on-one. Do we have any? I'm sure we do. Okay, there's like a delay. So I always see them rolling in, then I see hundreds of responses all at once. Okay, so lots of you are meal planning for clients one-on-one. This is awesome. This is where That Clean Life really shines because you can design plans quickly that are really personalized to your clients. Now, if you aren't aware, we offer a free meal planning assessment tool that you can send your clients to collect information before you create the plan. How many of you have that? Let me know in the chat. If you don't have that assessment tool yet, I want you to go to thatcleanlife.com, click on resources and download it. And this will give you a tool to ask your clients questions before you dive into creating them a meal plan first. So it'll help you get to know what they like, what they don't like, and all of that good stuff. And Avita just popped that link for that in the chat. It's thatcleanlife.com/assessment-tool. It's free. It's free for everybody. So go grab that and start using it. Okay, so you've done your meal planning assessment. You've learned what your client likes, what they don't like, any cultural considerations, very important things. And now you're ready to create them a meal plan. Now, I want to quickly go back to nutrition planning. So remember how I said nutrition planning can mean a meal plan, but it could also mean a recipe collection, or it could also mean setting clients up to do their own meal planning. So after you do that meal planning assessment, I want you to kind of take a step back and assess what is the right resource for my client? What is going to best serve their needs? So let's say that they are a great fit for a meal plan. So a few ways you can get a meal plan to your client. Like I said, you can use our programs. There's a full list here, and you can always search for programs too. So like if you're thinking, oh, do you have a brain health program? Yes, we do. We have lots. We have brain health support program and plant-based brain health support program. So that's one easy way to get a plan off to your client. Now you can also build plans from our automator. So I'm going to go to planner. I'm going to click on new, and you can use automator. So what automator helps you do is automatically generate a meal plan based on your client's macros and diet type. So let's say I'm working with a client and her name is Maria. And Maria has a gluten sensitivity. So I'm going to call this Maria's gluten-free meal plan. And I'm going to work with Maria over a series of weeks. So I'm going to call this week 1. You can choose how many days you want the meal plan to be. So I'm going to choose 7 days, and you can choose the meal types you want to include. Click continue. You can enter calories and macro percentages. So let's say I want to do 1,800 calories. I want to do 30% fat, 40% carbs, 30% protein. And under tags, you can put in any dietary restrictions and then click create plan. And then our automator is going to go to work, and it's going to create you a meal plan that closely resembles the requirements you put in. Okay, so there we go. We've got a meal plan. And now, like, the computer is great. This is computer generated and it will do its best, but you might not always like what it adds to the plan. So you can make swaps if you'd like. You can go in and say swap recipe, swap all, and we'll try to find you another alternative recipe that closely matches the requirements you put in. So that is another super easy way to automatically generate a meal plan for your client. And then the other way is to create a meal plan from scratch. So you can click new and you can create a blank plan if you prefer, and totally build that out from scratch. And some of you might have to do this when you have a client with lots of food sensitivities, and you might have to do a real custom approach. Okay, so that's meal planning for clients one-on-one using meal plans. I've already shown you how you would create a recipe collection. Now, last thing I want to show you is how you would set a client up to do their own meal planning. So excuse me, because I'm going to use low FODMAP as an example here. Sorry, I feel like we've used this example a lot in this class. We're not just for low FODMAP meal planning. It just happens to be what's on my brain. So it's what I'm using. So let's say you have a client who needs the low FODMAP diet. So you can go to filters. I'm going to clear those out by clicking this X. And I'm going to say, I need low FODMAP dinners. And I can start adding them to a collection. And then I'm going to add a wide variety. So I'm going to add some dinners, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some breakfasts. So I'm going to add different meals, breakfast, lunches, dinners, and snacks. And I'm going to add them all to a collection called low FODMAP meal planning. And now once you've done this, once you've added a wide variety of breakfast, lunches, dinners, and snacks, you can go to the collection. And where did that go? There it is, low FODMAP meal planning for Amanda. And then you can look at the recipes that you added. You can rearrange them any way you'd like, and you can add a meal planner. So what I did was I went to the planner, I created a blank plan, and I can say Amanda's plan, and I'm going to add low FODMAP as a tag and go create plan. Sorry. And then I'm going to add this into the collection with all those low FODMAP recipes. So you can see I have the blank meal planner here. And now I'm ready to share this with my client. So I'm going to click share. Sharing is on. I'm going to say allow edits, allow exports. I'm going to turn off password protection. And I'm going to require that my client enters their name before viewing it. So let's copy that link and open it up so you can see what this looks like to your client. So they're going to be asked to enter their name and their email address. And you can see this through your profile who's accessing these links. Now you're going to see whatever note or special instructions that you've added to this link. And here you're going to see on the left, your blank meal planner, then the recipes, and then any attachments you've added. So when Amanda comes here, she can click on meal planner. She's going to see a blank plan, and then she can start building out her own meal plan based on the recipes you provided her with. So this is a really great way to empower clients to do their own meal planning. Like I said, you just create them a collection of recipes, add a blank plan with the rules into the collection, and share it with your client and give them a little lesson on how to do their own meal planning. Okay, what questions do I see? The first thing I see when I open the chat is Melissa saying, what? This is amazing. I had no idea we could do this. Yeah, so that's what these classes are all about, is teaching you something new. Okay, now I feel like I'm being a bit redundant here. So the last thing I've created that I want to show you is we talked about using workshops and cooking classes as a way to grow your business with That Clean Life. So I've created a collection here called Gut Health Fermentation Workshop, and I've added kimchi and homemade yogurt. So in my workshop, I'll plan to make these two recipes with participants and teach them about the benefits of fermented foods. And then I've added different recipes like hummus kimchi wrap, coconut yogurt tofu, and different recipes that use these ingredients so that they can take their creations home and use them. You have recipes to use them with. And again, you could either export this collection as a PDF document to give to your participants, or you could click share and send them the link before your workshop so that they have access to everything they need. Okay, so that was a lot. We went through a lot of different ways you can use that Clean Life to grow your business. I could go on and keep showing you examples, but for the sake of time, you've seen the core things you need to create things. So you could use these same processes to create materials for your group program or your online course. You could use that Clean Life to create content for your membership site. And you can use that Clean Life to create digital products for the shop section on your website too. So many ways to use that Clean Life. And our most successful members are using it in a variety of ways. You know, they're using it with clients one-on-one, they're running group programs, really getting use out of it every single day in their practice. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to you. We have 10 minutes left. We can stay in the app and I can show you more things, or we can talk more about the ideas we discussed. Any questions you have left, please put those in the chat now, and Evita and I can start working through them.
We did have one question, Abigail, about the automator where someone was confused. Where did you go to create that meal plan with entering calories and macros? If you could just show us that again.
Yeah, cool. Evita, do you want to turn our cameras back on too?
Sure,
So
yes.
people can see we're humans behind these screens. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're back. So to get to Automator, click on the Planner tab, click on New, and choose Automator. This is just a little notice to let you know that our Automator is in beta preview, which just means it's a new feature that we're working on. And you can just click Dismiss on that. And under Title, you enter the name of your plan, choose your days, choose your meals, choose your calories, choose your macros, choose your tags, and then click Create Plan. And we'll get to work to generate something for you.
Perfect. And Colleen says, how did you get to that blank plan in the first place?
Okay, so I think we're talking about adding a blank plan into the collection.
It's for clients to access, yes.
Yes, okay. So if you want to add a blank plan to your collection so that clients can do their own meal planning, all you have to do is go to the planner, click on New, click Blank, and then create your plan. So let's say my client's name is Amanda, and then apply any rules. So if you want Amanda to do meal planning that's all with vegan meals, then you would type in the tag vegan so that she's only shown vegan options. You can also type in ingredients that Amanda doesn't like. So if she says to you, look, like I don't like bananas, you could say exclude bananas so that we don't show you any recipes with bananas. Then once that plan is created, you can click the icon with the 3 dots and go add to collection and put it into the collection with those recipes that you added to the collection too.
And Landon's asking, so when you have that blank plan, when you click in to add a recipe for a specific meal time, does it show up specific to that, like breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I missed the first half of it.
When you're adding a recipe in the blank plan, so if you click in, for example, to add a recipe to breakfast, they're asking, does it show up to be only breakfast recipes, or do you get a whole list of other recipes too?
So if you click into this slot, you'll be, I guess I'm confused about, are we looking at client view or
for a practitioner view? So are there any rules to help bring up whatever meal applies to each line on the blank plan?
Yeah, so we'll show you all meals that match your SMART rules. So we don't take meal type into consideration when you click on it. But there's a little hack that you can do. If you're just working across breakfast, what you can do is open up the SMART rules and type in breakfast. So go edit plan. I usually do this when I'm building meal plans, just so that I can keep it more focused. And then I'll go through and now I'll only see breakfast there. The trick to that is making sure that you remove it when you start working on dinners or snacks or something so that you're not being shown those types of meals. So you could go in and go, okay, now I want to plan out the snacks for the day and put in the snack tag there. So that's one way to do it. Or you can head back to the recipe gallery and apply those tags in the recipe gallery and work from the recipe gallery as your source of recipes.
Yeah, perfect. And Ria's asking, so when you're excluding ingredients, do you need to exclude every form of that ingredient, or do you just exclude one type of it? For example, bananas was your example you had shown.
Yeah. So with bananas, you would want to exclude any ingredient that includes bananas. So in this case, you would exclude banana and frozen banana. Now, for large groups of food, you can use tags. So if you want to exclude like large group, like all dairy or eggs or sugar, you can use tags. So you don't need to type in every single ingredient with sugar, say. You could just use sugar-free and will automatically eliminate all recipes with added sugars.
Perfect. Any other questions that we might have missed? Susan's asking, is there any way to save clients' emails in the system so we don't save your client's contact information? You would have to input their email when you're sending them a resource from the software. And Dawn's got to run. Thanks so much, Dawn, for joining us today.
I see Deborah's asking about the replay. Yes, we will send out the replay probably within the next hour or so as we get it ready to go. Okay, so looks like we've answered all the questions. If you have any questions, I see a few popping up now, of course, that I say that. If we didn't get to your questions today, please email us at support@thatcleanlife.com. We're always here to answer your questions. Please don't wait till this class or don't wait for a month from now to ask your questions. We're here for you all the time. So if you ever have any questions about how to use That Clean Life, how to get the most out of it, please reach out to us. And again, that's support@thatcleanlife.com. So Avita and I hope that today's class inspired you with some new ways you can use That Clean Life to take your business to the next level, to attract new clients, to engage your current clients, to provide a better client experience, and even scale your business. Thank you so much for coming out today. We really appreciate your time. We have lots of fun things lined up for That Clean Life coming soon, so keep an eye on that. And we hope to see you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.